Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. This channel is for education and technology. So today I'd like to share with you a really critical issue on Wing Chun. And before I sharing that, those friends who like to know what it is, please stay on. Those who do not like to know what it is, please do not continue to watch this video, because facts, truth is not nice sometimes. So 50 years ago, that is a Wing Chun reform. However, this reform was aborted, and due to this reform aborted, that's why we have the Wing Chun like today. If that reform succeed, today's Wing Chun is very different. So why do I talk about this reform today? Well, the reason I share with you this today is because in the past few days, many Wing Chunner friends, due to they know in restricting Wing Chun have the plum flower footwork or plum blossom footwork presented in details. They read it, okay, they study it. And after they study it, after they study it, they message me, asking me how to be proficient or wanting to verify their view with me on this plum flower footwork. So I tell these friends, if you want to handle, be able to be proficient with the plum flower footwork, you need to develop the momentum and the recycling of momentum at the last few chapters of this book. So you need to develop the momentum and recycling momentum of the last few chapters of this book, which including the pairing of the body and the footwork. Only if you have a pairing of the body and the footwork, and you have the develop of the basic momentum and recycling momentum, such as in this book, you'll be able to handle or be able to understand the plum flower footwork. Now, saying that, many of our Wing Chun friends told me that, well, Henrik, didn't our Wing Chun structure and the power, Wing Chun power, which is using the elbow, the shoulder, and the wrist, the 3-point, and the spine, is good enough for be able to carry out or be able to know the plum flower footwork? And my answer to them is no. You need the body and the footwork pairing, and you need to develop the handling of momentum and recycling momentum before you can study the plum flower footwork and really be able to handle it and be proficient later. So it gets into a kinds of stuckness there, because people start to seeing different things. It's like a world which is a completely different. Is it still Wing Chun? So I like to share with you today the 50 years ago reform, which is the momentum reform, is in front of everybody's eyes. But yet, for past 50 years, in general, majority of people don't see it. Every Wing Chuners, I'll say that most of the Wing Chuners who watch Bruce Lee's movie, Bruce Lee's demonstrations see it. But they do not recognize it, what it is. Even though they see it, they go back for their structure and their 3 points, their spine power, mind power, those stuff. Okay? Now, if you look at those structure and the spine power, all this kind of thing, which is popular, ask the questions. Is those things come after Bruce Lee or before Bruce Lee? You will be surprised. Okay, so I'm going to share with you, where is this Wing Chun reform started? What is the evidence? Well, the first evidence is, did everybody see Bruce Lee's inch punch? Is that just using the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder? Or it is actually powered by this body, the body and the leg, the inch punch? Go look at Bruce Lee's clip on his inch punch. The second thing is that everybody watch the Enter of Dragon, right? The scene where Bruce Lee put the arm there with the opponent and doing a strike. Okay? Go watch these two clips and see that is it true that he is using his body and the footwork. It is not about this structure. It is not. It is the entire momentum. Okay? So, that is the reform of Wing Chun 50 years ago, but people don't see it, people miss it. It is more important to handle this body and footwork pairing, because that's handling your momentum, than just your this wrist, your elbow, your shoulder. Because this thing, no matter how I have power, is not going to be the same of power with this, okay? When the entire thing go with the momentum. And also with this thing, it's not going to deliver the type of power of the entire thing go. Okay? So Bruce Lee showed everybody 50 years ago. It is in front of everybody's eyes on the body footwork pairing and the momentum. One thing I want to share with you. in that two clip of the inch punch and the enter the dragon strike, there is something on top of basic momentum handling. That's why Bruce Lee is Bruce Lee. People who talk about, oh, Bruce Lee doesn't know this set, that set. Well, it's nonsense. You go back, watch the Bruce Lee's clip again. In the Bruce Lee's inch punch, you notice that when he do the inch punch, his body lean downward, going downward. Okay? He drag the body downward and one strike up. You go to the enter of dragon. When he do the strike, notice that he jump up, down. Okay, that is on top of momentum handling after one need to develop the momentum or the recycling momentum here. It is a rule. When you want to do strike up, upward strike, such as your sun punch, your body has to go down so that you can have the entire full body force, full body momentum. It is a general rule in short strike that when you want to strike up down, you actually rise up, down. So if I want to do the chop down or strike down, okay, a chop down or this thing, I raise my body up and down. Look at what Bruce Lee do. So that is the signature of when people know how to handle momentum, you can see their body. If one doing the inch power or inch punch this way by pushing, you know they don't get all the power. The body is upward. It has to be going down like that. When you go smack like that, if you do it this way, there's no power. So it's going up. Body go up and going down. There's the handling of momentum. You look at Bruce's body, okay? So if we know momentum, we can read people's body, okay? So you need those type of basic development. At least have your body and your footwork pair up and be able to manual your body, like in the Wing Chun, the restricted Wing Chun book, the last few chapters. There's the processes and how to develop it. Otherwise, you don't have a short strike art. Okay? So, but see, 50 years ago, Bruce have shared this. But what does it turn into? Straight spine, stay in the structure, using your elbow power, your spine power. It gets from some other arts, like Tai Chi or all those kind of stuff. It travels on the different direction. Okay? So all this momentum stuff, the Shaolin Short Strike Classic have it. But if we don't even realize of the body and footwork pairing and the basic momentum handling, we talk about this strike from up down or strike from down up. It doesn't make any sense because one couldn't even handle the basic. And also, I want to reveal to you a secret. Do you know that when you do like sun punch in Ichi Kamyongma, your body is supposed to be dropped down? When you do this, your body has to drop down. If you stand like that, you don't have power. If you stand easy, calm mind, you don't have power. You drop your body and you can exert the power up or the force up. When you go press down, your body has to stand up, going upward, so you can apply the force. So it's the same thing as, if I, like the Bruce Lee case, when you smack down, okay, I cannot smack this way, going down, smack this way. Instead, I have to go up and smack down. So this press down is when my body going up. See, accelerate for you. From here, push down. Look at my body. Try it and see whether you have the force. When you want to do sun punch, drop your body. If you do this, you are not going to link the entire body. So it is not the structure. It is a momentum, a dynamic stuff where your body actually dynamically handle it in terms of momentum. But at first you need to be able to handle the momentum, the body and the footwork, pairing, okay, and the recycling momentum. Without that, we don't have any basis. Okay? Now, let's get into have fun with Bruce Lee's Enter of the Dragon, that strike. Okay? By the way, this is, if you look closely to Bruce Lee, this is not pass out. This is a press down. Okay? If you look at the restricting Wing Chun, what Bruce Lee do in this hand, this is a press down and smack him. You press him down where you're upward and smack him. So, if I'm facing you like that, pretend that, say, you are Bruce Lee. You're going to push this thing hand down and you're going to raise up and smack me really fast, right? So in this straight line, who is fast, who is agile, who will be able to handle the momentum, who win, right? You press me down, you jump in, you shoot in, you press me down, you shoot in, you strike me, and this. So I might be very nervous. If I'm a weak guy, I'll be nervous. Because I know I cannot handle you, are faster than me. Right? So you are Bruce Lee. So how do I resolve that with a short strike? You're going to press me down, you're going to smack me. And you're faster than me. Okay? Now actually, if you know plum flower footwork, it's really simple. At the minute he pressed on your hand, you step into this position. His hand's going to go out there. You give him this. And this. The minute you push, I feel that you push me, I go right away. That is the timing you're going to go in here. Your body's up there, and this is open for my strike. One strike, I drive in with the second strike. So I'm not going to fight you with speed. I'm going to changing the angle in and using a momentum. That's called soft. This is, if you are fast, you do this. If your momentum is huge and fast, you do this. I'm weak. Remember, Wing Chun is a female art. The second I feel that you press me, I'm not going to fear or scare and try to use my hand to defend or see who is faster. I just walk out from here sideways and slide in. Well, this is plum flower. And of course, I need to be able to handle my body and my footwork, my momentum and recycling momentum. Because pushing, when I feel the pushing, I have to know that how to handle my body, my momentum, the recycling of momentum, because this is insert, exert to my body. Whether how small or how big this press to me, or this momentum exert to me. Okay? So you just go in from here. This is right away on his side. If I'm doing that right away on here. Sticking to his body because he's coming like that. I'm not walking away, I'm not walking here. I just walk here. His body like that, I'm this close. So it is a kind of this thing. So that is plum flower footwork. Simple, right? There's no chi, no magic, no fudging, no all this thing. What you practice in Xiu Lim Tao is what you use in real life. The issue is, it is not structure, it is not this 3-point to exert your power, it is the entire body pairing and the handle of the momentum and the recycling. So, 50 years ago, Bruce started it, but he passed away, 1973. Are we going to continue on? Now we know that what he do and the ancient short strike, the Shaolin classic, is in the same directions. Well, of course he doesn't know everything, but you know he's training really hard. You know he is a real grandmaster because his body tells us he have that kung fu. Okay? So this is to share with you today. I know this might disrupt many people. But do you want the truth and to continue on? Or you want to live in whatever you believe? And of course, this is your choice of freedom. I am not Bruce Lee. I'm not the guy who started the reform of this momentum reform 50 years ago. I just a researcher tell you that this thing exists, but it is, everybody miss it. I shouldn't say everybody, most of us miss it, even though it was placed in front of our eyes. Without that type of momentum, you know there's no Wing Chun. Let's go read Bruce Lee's letter and you know what happened.